Hey guys, Scott from scottsweb.dev here. WordPress 6.6 is out. It includes a lot of feature updates, some speed improvements, some accessibility improvements, but I think the focus here is on the new features that are available. I do want to say a lot of the features are geared toward the block theme and full site editing experience. So the classic way of making themes, like with the header and the footer and the template parts and all that, is kind of getting phased out. And the future really is the full site editing and the block themes. So personally, I haven't done a lot with block themes or the full site editor. I need to get more into that because that's the way WordPress is going. It's not going to go away. They keep developing it and making it more feature rich. So if you're in the same boat as me, we should really get started on developing block themes in the new, more modern way of doing it. With that said, let's go ahead and take a look at some of their updates. So as you can see here, I updated my site to WordPress 6.6, and um, yeah, I switched to the 2024 theme because it's compatible. My current theme isn't compatible with full site editing. So I switched it over to the 2024 theme to show you these updates. It looks like they updated the color palettes and font sets. So basically, you have more design options for any block that you can create. It says create unlimited individual color or font sets to offer more specific design options within the same theme. So if we go over here to our backend, oops, wrong page, and we go to Appearance Editor, and we look here at the styles, and we edit those. If you see here, we have a lot more options for editing styles, typography, colors, shadows, layout. It looks like they added some shadows here, even custom stuff you can add here. So that's pretty cool. And then quick previews for pages. I checked this out pretty quick, and it's really pretty nice. If you go to your backend and you go to the editor, you have the pages tab. So they've added this where you can see your pages at a glance before you even go in and edit them. So a nice little layout change. It's really fast and responsive. I, of course, don't have any pages set up since I just switched over to this theme. I have this one. It's just a simple image on a page, but as you can see, the preview is over here, and I haven't even started editing it yet. Of course, you can still edit it as normal by just clicking on it and going into the page. So that's a really neat layout update. This one is probably the most exciting for me from the most exciting update for 6.6 is the rollbacks for plugin auto updates. A lot of times, I can't tell you how many times in the past a client has came to me and was like, this plugin update screwed up my whole site, and we'd have to go find the old version, install that, and it was a hassle. So it looks like they now have rollbacks in case something causes a problem. Um, Now you can leave auto update on. You still have to keep an eye on your site to see if anything messes up. So maybe you don't want to leave it on. I probably still wouldn't, but it does provide a peace of mind knowing that if something messes up, you can just go back and roll back to the previous version. That is awesome. That's something that's been needed for a long time, and I'm glad that they finally put this in here. Another one is overrides and add the ability to customize content and synced patterns. I think what they're talking about here is like the data source. Um, so you can set overrides for the source and change where the source of the data comes from, whether that be a database or a post meta field or whatever. You can update that inside of your pattern. So that's really cool as well. They mentioned their performance updates here. They removed redundant WP theme JSON calls. The options, they got rid of auto-loaded options greater than 150 kilobytes, I think, so they're not auto-loaded on page load. This should speed up your website if you have a lot of plugins or plugins that use large options fields. They also included over 55 accessibility fixes, which is great. Anything that you can do as a web developer to make your website more accessible to those with disabilities is only going to make you more accessible and more usable from a user perspective. So that's awesome. I really like the accessibility improvements. It says and much more. So we'll go ahead and click on this and see what we can find here. So you can now add styles for groups of blocks. They also added a grid block. Like if you go in here and edit a page, you now have a grid block, which you can use to style rows or columns of grid items. Custom shadows. Oh, negative margins. So any block that has margin support, you can now add negative margins to overlap your sections. Before you could only do it in code, but they've added that to the UI now. A refined publish flow. It looks like they've updated their pages and post flows to be more similar to each other. They've added support for patterns for classic themes. So if you are developing in the classic way and you go back here to your full site editor, you'll see here you have patterns, and they include your template parts in the modern version of the full site editor. So they did add some classic support if you're still developing in the classic way like I am. So that is awesome as well. A lot of cool things here. I'm really excited to play with this. Custom shadows, aspect ratio presets, customize the available presets for aspect ratios for images. This is what I was talking about earlier. Edit custom fields from connected blocks. This uses the block bindings API. They've added shortcuts for editing, and yeah, it looks like a pretty big update. A lot of exciting features here. I'm going to go play with it after this video. I already read a few articles about the updates. I'll link to a good one I found on Kinsta. That will be in the description of this video. If you want to update your website, go to your dashboard in the back end. So, I'm on my dashboard. Your site health status, there may be a button here that says upgrade to WordPress 6.6. You may have auto updated. If you auto updated, maybe you wanted to see what was new on WordPress, and that's how you found this video. If you're not on 6.6, it does have a lot of bug fixes as well, so I recommend getting upgraded to 6.6, and you can do that from the site health screen. If you're not upgraded, there will be an item here that says update WordPress core or something similar. You would just expand it and click on the upgrade button. Yeah, so that's it. I thought about doing a video going more in depth with these updates, but I felt like an overview would be more helpful and shorter and probably not as info packed. If there's anything you'd like for me to expand upon, please let me know. I'd be happy to do a video on one of these features. I do want to play with them a little bit more first, but yeah, thanks for watching. If this video was helpful, please subscribe to my channel. If you'd like to see more how-to videos, leave a comment. I'm open to suggestions. Yeah, just let me know. Thanks for watching this video, and we'll see you in the next one.